Thanks for watching a Blimey Cow video.
This one is sponsored by Praxis.
And it's made possible by viewers like you.
If you enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about the police. Guys, if you're like me, you grew up not really thinking about the police very much. And when you did, it was nothing but respect. These are the guardians keeping us safe from the thieves and the murderers and the hardened criminals going 38 and a 30 on that one back road near my house that literally no one ever drives on, so why does it even matter? These are the good guys. And it always bothered me when people were negative about the police. Well, if you're like me, you've really started rethinking some things in the last couple of years. For many reasons, I don't quite feel the same anymore. And that kind of makes me sad. But I mean, what am I supposed to think? Like last year, here in Nashville, police actually arrested a guy on the streets of downtown because he wouldn't put on a mask. Like, that's a real thing that happened in my city.
Why didn't he just comply? This isn't hard. If we could all just show each other some consideration, these things wouldn't have to happen.
Well, I forgot to mention that he was homeless.
A victim of capitalism?
And he was black.
You got me good just then. I'll admit, I don't know what to do with my hands.
And for the people who either say it's okay for police to arrest people if they don't comply with the mask mandate, or who are just strangely quiet about the whole thing, I have a question for you. Are you sure that you want to be on that side? I know you might not like the other side, but are you sure, 100% sure, that you want to be on the side of the police arresting people for not covering their mouths in public? Is that really what you want to, what you're okay with? Look, I know it was socially acceptable to go along with these things. We're in a pandemic after all. But anytime the government goes too far, it's always to keep people safe. I mean, just look at any time in history, it's a carbon copy. It's like literally copy and paste, and here we are. Government power doesn't just limit itself at the exact point you're comfortable with. It goes up to your line, and then it creeps, and it creeps some more. But since you're okay with it here, well, what's wrong with it being a little bit over there? I mean, come on, you gonna make a big deal about that one? It's just a little bit more, right? Just a little bit. Oh, Jordan, you're being an alarmist. You're being a fearmonger. I'm not, though. I mean, not to call out anyone specifically, okay? I don't normally do this on the show, but I'm going to right now. What the heck is happening in Australia? Maybe you haven't seen this because no one is really reporting on it that much, but the government in Australia has actually gone insane.
We're here on the beautiful beaches of Australia, hunting down one of the most notoriously dangerous creatures in our beautiful country. Oh, looks like we've just come across one now. It's a naked-faced sunbather. Sir, you are not outdoors for one of the 4 approved reasons. You need to be relocated indoors. Oh, he's a feisty one. Don't worry, sir. I have no agency. I'm just following orders.
It's horrifying what is happening. The police will text you to make sure you're not out of your house, and you have literally a few minutes to reply with a selfie proving you're at home. You don't even have time to put makeup on. Like, it's actually crazy. No, look, I'm conflicted about all of this, okay? I don't want it to be true. Frankly, I enjoy the comfort I get from knowing that 911 is available to me whenever I need it. I really do. But at the same time, how do I say this? If someone walked into this door and wanted to kill me, there's nothing the cops could do to stop it. I hate to break it to myself and to you, but any day you don't get murdered, it's not because the police stopped them. It's just that nobody wanted you dead that day.
Dear God, thank you so much for allowing the police to keep me alive yet another day. Thank you for allowing them to protect me from the millions of predators in my local neighborhood. Without them, you couldn't even save me, God. Without them, you couldn't even do it. In Jesus' name, amen.
I know that saying this it's triggering people. I'm actually triggering myself. Don't worry. What I'm gonna say is gonna get worse, actually. Look, I get it, okay? Back the blue. I understand the perspective and I am sympathetic. I'm just saying that I'm watching what is happening in real time with my own eyes. I'm seeing it happen. And I am adjusting, okay, like a normal person. I'm not entrenched so deep in a perspective You know, I'm open to persuasion. That's a good thing. And watching these lunatic police power trip on Australia, it's very persuasive. It really is. Just not in the way that they're hoping it is. And I think it doesn't have to be a political stance, right? This side or that side, I just don't think it's right. People getting arrested for not wearing masks or not getting a shot or literally just lying out on the beach. And any cop enforcing these things will be a bad guy when history tells the story. There, I said it, and I guarantee it. So brave, I know.
Oh, okay. So why weren't you talking about this stuff last year?
Okay. So you want to talk about black people? Okay, let's do it. But I don't think you're gonna like it. Obviously, in the recent past, there was a lot of controversy surrounding the police and the way they interact with the black community. And you're right, we didn't say anything. We just listened. I thought that's what we were supposed to be doing, right? Just listen, but also you have to talk. I couldn't keep up. Anyway, so we listened, and here's what we decided. Everyone can have a good point at the same time. I know it might break your dichotomous 24-hour news-consuming brain to consider, but sadly, it's true. Your political enemy, they kind of have a point about this. Hang on there, Sonny. Let me get my talking points ready. I've got the perfect one for this. Did you know that the number of unarmed black men killed by police last year was... Yes, cool facts and figures, great, you're so smart. I'm not discounting them, I'm just saying... Okay, here, how about this? Imagine that within your parents' or grandparents' lifetime, Christians had been literally segregated from society. You have family members with actual stories of persecution at the hands of police. Now, even if you're right, even if everything is perfect now and Christian persecution is solved, wouldn't you still be inclined to distrust the police and the government based on things that happened like not even that long ago? I don't think you have to sign on to an entire political ideology to admit that that's true. It doesn't need to be so split. Some things can be true regardless of which side is saying them or how wrong they may or may not be about the solution.
Wow. I mean, other than the part where you said the thing about my political enemies having a point sometimes, which I think was a joke, other than that, I'm really impressed. It is so important to listen to black voices, even when you don't agree.
Hey, did you see this hilarious comedy special on Netflix?
No. I heard that was very problematic.
Do you like basketball? What? Did you see that BLM was actually protesting in New York City about the vax?
You know what? I know what you're doing, okay? I'm not an idiot.
He convinced me. He's not an idiot. So look, maybe those with darker skin who have experienced what the police and government truly are capable of have something very valuable and important to share with us in these very scary times which we are living in. Maybe they're just the prophets we need for such a time as this. Josh, honestly, the more that I hear about college and the kinds of things that are happening there right now, the more I'm thinking people need to start resisting. Just skip college entirely.
Couldn't agree more. And guys, our friends over at Praxis are the alternative you're looking for. Even if college was still great, which it's not, but even if it was, Praxis is still what you need to be doing.
Praxis will completely jumpstart your life and change your trajectory in just 1 year. And here's the best part. You get an education, you get a job, and you get to completely skip college.
Praxis is a year-long apprenticeship program that matches you with a full-time, paid job at a growing startup. It's a direct route into entrepreneurial careers for driven young people without the cost or hassle of college.
So instead of going to school for 4 years and then still struggling to find a job, save 3 years of your life, please, and get matched with a job that you're actually going to enjoy in your field.
We have friends who have gone through the Praxis program, and we also know the people who run the company, and they're all great. Say hey to the CEO of Praxis, our buddy, Cameron.
Hey, Blimey Cow followers. My name is Cameron. I'm the CEO of Praxis. If you want to build an awesome career that you love, especially if you're the creative type, come check out our webinar next week and learn more about our program. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Praxis is actually hosting a free webinar where you can learn more about the program. It's happening on October 26th. Click the link in the description to sign up.
Do not miss this opportunity because it could literally save you years of your life, as well as your sanity.
Click the link in the description. You don't have much time, so sign up. Let's just say that you don't like something, and so you go to the government and they decide to make a law against that thing. Here you go. On it. So that's step 1, they make a law. Now, immediately, in the eyes of the state or federal government, anyone who does that thing, they're a criminal. That's step 2. Step 3 is punishment. Because what's a law if you don't enforce it, right? So now everyone who does this thing that you don't like, they need to pay the price. Step 4 is where things start to get a little interesting. Because the only way to enforce a law is with a gun. Guns. Cops have guns so that you'll listen to what they say. Which leads us to step 5, the natural conclusion. When you say,
There should be a law against that.
even if you don't realize it, what you really mean is,
You know, someone should use a gun to enforce my will. I don't want to do it, but someone should.